timer fun workout today. So we are gonna, if you're gonna do it with me, don't worry about timing it. If you're gonna do it by yourself, grab your timer or your phone and you're gonna be pressing 1 minute for each of these moves. All right, so are you ready to get started? We're gonna start down on the mat. And I'm gonna start my timer, it's over here. We're gonna start with mountain climber push-ups. So I'm hitting go on my timer. What that's gonna look like is we're gonna go mountain climber, maybe drop to your knees, maybe staying on your toes. Then you're gonna do a push-up. Mountain climber, drop down to those knees or stay on those toes, push-up. You can kind of see the pattern. We're gonna be doing this for 1 minute before we switch exercises. So I like to do my push-ups where the elbows are rubbing alongside the body. So that's actually the proper way to do a push-up. Also much harder. If you are someone who likes to do a push-up like this with the elbows out to the side, that's actually really hard on the shoulder girdle. So really try to drop those elbows back when you do your push-ups. So that is why I go to my knees, because I have a shoulder injury and it really gets affected doing proper push-ups. I know my body, I make the adjustment. So I want you guys to think about that too, is just knowing your body, can you keep your core nice and strong as you go down and up? Go ahead and stand up. Next move, plie squats. So these, we're just gonna sit down and stand back up. So we have 1 minute of these. Now, I should have warned you. I should have warned myself, I guess, too, but I'm gonna have to slide that way. Our next exercise after this, we're gonna need some wall space. So you're gonna need to have a little bit of wall space. I'm gonna use that section right there, because our leg is gonna go up on our wall, and we're gonna be coming down into a pigeon pose. So a little yoga, little strength training combo. I'll show you what that's gonna look like. But just mentally prep, have a spot that you're gonna go to. Otherwise, if you need to, press pause and clear out a little bit of wall space for this next exercise. So that way we make sure we don't take any pictures out. Like I don't wanna take out the one right behind me. 10 seconds of this one. We're gonna repeat all these moves once more, and that will be a total of 10 minutes. 2, 1, go ahead and find your wall space. What that's gonna look like, we're gonna do a splits up the wall. Right leg's coming up the wall, walking those hands out. Right leg's coming in front, pigeon pose. Holding this as long as you want, 3 to 5 seconds or so. Then push through that back leg, my toes curled under. I'm pushing those hands back up, walking those hands back, walking my leg up the wall, holding that, walking those hands out, coming back into that pigeon pose. We're not coming into a sleeping pigeon. So think of this more as a strength and a little bit of a hip opener move. So hands coming up, walking it out. Good, we got about another 20 seconds of the right side, and then we'll do the same thing on the left. So you won't have to go anywhere, because you'll just simply switch legs. We'll hold this until we have to switch. So in 3, we're gonna switch to the left side. In 2, and 1, coming up to that high plank. This time walking that left leg up the wall, left foot's coming down in front. Or opposite side if you do not do the right side the first time. So coming back up, walking that leg up the wall, getting a nice little hamstring stretch, and then coming down into pigeon. So this is one of my more crazy moves. I don't know where I saw this one, but I kind of like it. It's kind of fun. Maybe you're thinking, that's not funny, Andrea. You can just hold pigeon the whole time, and that's cool too. So if you'd rather not incorporate this wall position, just hang out in pigeon, and we'll all let you know when it's time to leave that. But I thought it was kind of fun to bring a little playful element to the yoga practice, but you know, hanging out here for the last 10, just like we did on the other side, and then we'll be on our mat for the last one. In 3, 2, 1, we're gonna meet in a high plank. So for this one, we're gonna be on our mats, high plank. We're gonna do T-lifts. So from here, opening right arm up to the sky, down, left arm, alternating side to side. If you need to, you can drop to those knees and alternate side to side. So you decide which one works for you today. And again, every day might be a little different. If you did something hardcore yesterday and you're a little sore, then go to your knees. If you just are learning this move, maybe go to the knees. Just make sure that you're having your elbow, shoulder, and wrist in one straight line as you rotate. So as I'm coming, my arm is stacked. 10 more seconds of this move, and then we're back to those mountain climber push-ups in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to those mountain climber push-ups. So if you need to, take a little break, otherwise trying to go right into them, and then really trying to work on that low back from sinking. So if you're like, I can't do any more on my on the ground, on my knees even, what it's gonna look like on the wall, mountain climber, push-up. So mountain climber, push-up. So basically that knee, push-up. Again, elbows coming along the side. Either option, decide what works best for you. You have about another 20 seconds. We're looking good. My mat's sliding all over, even though it's a sticky mat. We'll have those plie squats after this. We got 5 seconds. 3, 2, and work your way up to standing. Plie squats, heels in, toes out, sink in those hips back. For me, I like to take those hands in front as I'm squatting, arms alongside, and then in front. It really varies. If you have weights and you're like, I want to add a weight, you can always hold a weight right here in front of the chest or down here in the middle, holding 2 different weights. It's really up to you. I aim to have these all body weight, or all this workout, all body weight. That's why I didn't put a weight in here. But if you have one and you want to use it, feel free. Same thing with those tees. If you want to make it and hold on to a lightweight as you open up, you can do that too. But again, you don't have to. So I really try to make sure workouts can be accessible as possible, especially 10-minute ones. Usually you're squeezing these into little pockets in your day. You got 5 seconds. And so you don't want a ton of equipment. 2, and 1. Back to that wall, right leg's going up. So into our splits, and then pulling that right leg in front into our pigeon. So again, modification, if you just want to hold a pigeon for an entire minute on that right side, you'll just hold this position. Maybe you'll come down into those forearms, letting the head sink. It really is up to you. So maybe you just do 2 of these and you hold for 30 seconds on each time. Like it's your journey. I'm just your guide. You decide what elements you want and what elements you just want to modify. And that's cool. We're doing good on this side. We got about 15 seconds, and then we'll switch to the left. Good, and we'll go ahead and switch to that left side. So left leg's coming up, and coming into those half splits, or a pigeon pose, half splits, back and forth. I'm moving all sorts of rugs around in my office here. So you also get a little bit of a shoulder workout if you're doing those half splits, because you have to push yourself up and back. So a little practice. I'm not saying to do this, but it is a little headstand or handstand practice almost, working on pushing weight into those hands as you go up into the half splits. Again, don't try that unless you know you can do it. I personally, again, because that shoulder handstands, not gonna be able to do it. Headstands, yes. Handstands, not quite there yet. 5 seconds. And done. Last exercise, high plank T-lifts. Finishing strong on those knees or on those toes. Alternating sides. Making sure you exhale as you open up. Inhale pulls you down. Exhale can open you up. If you want to make sure you're just breathing and paying attention to that. We're almost there. And you can always do these on an incline. It's a little bit easier on the wrist. So maybe if you do it on the corner like on a couch or on a chair that doesn't move, you can always do that. Almost there. 15 seconds. We are finishing strong. You can do this. I know you can. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Woo! Way to go. Awesome job. And I will be with you on the next video.